gentlemen, we are here at Daytona International Speedway getting ready to go green for this year's NSR Daytona 500. If you tuned in last week, you saw qualifying and the duels, which determined the starting lineup, but we are here ready to go. This is Fearless up in the booth with Fearless Broadcasting alongside his Mark. This is going to be a pretty exciting 100 lap race, is it not, Mark?
Oh, yeah, it's Mike, but yeah, 100 laps here at Daytona with the Gen 4 Cup cars. NSR is going to put on quite a show tonight.
They've done a lot of work to these machines over the past couple of weeks, getting these things as tuned up as they can for the big event. We'll go through the starting lineup in a second, but your pole sitter, Mark Sikosi, let's see if we can pull him into the booth real quickly. And see what he's thinking. If we can find him real quick. Hey, Mark, this is Fearless and Mike up in the booth. How you doing today?
Not too bad.
Well, you have a pretty good team together. You've proven the past couple of weeks you've got a lot of speed. What's it going to take to bring home the trophy at the end of tonight?
It's going to take staying out of the big ones, and we're going to try and stay out front as much as we can. It's so hard. I mean, you could start at the front, you could start at the rear. You could have totally different strategies, and you got to have luck on your side. So we're going to work with the guys that look stable out there. We'll work with them, and hopefully we're there at the end.
I know as a driver, this race brings a lot of excitement, especially after what we've seen from the past couple weeks. But real quick, what's it like as a league owner being able to see 31 cars on the grid ready to go for today's event?
It's awesome. We haven't had this many in quite a while, especially with open setups for a car that, there's no setups commercially available. It's really cool what we have going on right now.
Well, I'll let you get back to your team's channel. Good luck out there.
Thanks, Ethan.
Well, Mark Sikosi going to be starting on the front row. Alongside him will be Ray Partridge. John Bittler is going to be starting second row in that third position. Chris Norris outside of him. We got Justin Cope, Jason Crumley in row number 3. Row number 4, you've got Blaine Sutton and Angel Rodriguez. Then you got Tony Curzio, Jay Young, that's your top 10. Brian Wiggins, Jason Korn. Going on to the second page, we got Robert Wiggins and DJ Underwood, Chris Essery, Douglas Macedo, Merle Smith, Jared Ray Hutton, Lyle Mitchell, and Logan Simmons will round out your top 20. Lucas Crump will be starting 21st. Travis Manning 22nd. Steven Anderson will be starting in the 23rd position. Brad Lawrence will be starting 24th. 25th will be Joshua Slade. 26th, Robert Howard. 27th, Dawson Kent. Colton English will be starting in 28th. Nicholas Presley will be starting 29th. Dakota Cole will be starting in 30th. And last but not least is Dylan Lanzel down there in the 31st position. As pace car coming down pit road, Mark Sikosi leading them through the tri-oval, and he will take the green flag in the first points-paying race of the season. As you see a couple cars coming off of pit road. Pretty even and pretty calm start for the most part. As Mark Sikosi will lead them going back into the backstretch.
It'd be pretty calm until they get lined up and start drafting here.
Mostly double file. Inside lane does seem to be a little bit better Ray Partridge coming up to the back bumper of Sikosi, but Bittler's got to run, but he's got a big gap between him and the car behind him. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. Big wreck in the back of the pack. Dylan Lansdale is involved, as well as Joshua Slade. Not sure what happened here. We're going to have to go back and watch a replay real quickly.
That 24 looks like it has some pretty serious damage on that rear end there.
So we saw the 24 and the 79 involved. We're looking at Joshua Slade right now in the 79. Oh, looks like the 2 started to spin it. Just came up and tagged the 79.
The net code there too.
Big hits by several drivers. And you see the drivers who started in the pits almost getting involved in that. Very unfortunate for these drivers to get caught up in an incident so early. Well, we are on the opening laps of this event. Caution flag comes out before we can even finish a lap. This is going to be an interesting race, is it not?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And with it being Daytona, it's anybody's game here.
Well, let's see if we can get the laps up on the screen.
And will that 24 take it down for repairs here? It looks like he will.
Jason Korn coming down pit road as well. Not sure if that's a strategy play or if he has damage from an incident as well. But Mark Sikosi still your race leader up here. Let's see. So top 3 are unchanged. Sikosi, Partridge, and Bittler. They are still your top 3. Looks like Chris Norris is in that 4th position, so that is the same as the start as well. I've been looking to see if we can get in contact with the driver of the number 2 to see if we can figure out what happened there. But it doesn't look like he is available for a comment at this time, unfortunately.
Only looked like he got a little loose there and touched that apron, and it's just started bouncing at that point.
One thing about this track is the bumps. If you drive across the bumps wrong, it's very easy to throw the car sideways like you saw. It's going to be very important for these drivers going forward that they are able to keep the cars from doing that. Especially if we're going to get a long green flag run in. Well, I guess first caution flag of the day. I guess we might as well just go ahead and talk about our keys to the race. It's pretty simple but hard to do at the same time. I guess the first one, situational awareness. You've got to be aware of where your car is in relation to other cars, so you don't run over somebody or move up and tag somebody when they're side by side. Of all tracks, this is one of the most important for that first key. Situational awareness is going to be a crucial role in this race. Another important key is going to be fuel conservation. This is 100 laps. There is going to be pit stops for fuel, whether it be green flag or caution. But the master of the fuel tank could very well be the master of the race. We'll have to wait and see about that. But the third most important key of the race is pit road. During the Budweiser shootout, we had a Lot of issues on pit road. In fact, the race winner was drafting with two of his teammates, but those three were the only drivers to get off of pit road without a hitch. Mark Sikosi went down pit road with 5 or 6 teammates, and every single one of them had some sort of issue on pit road, whether it be speeding or missing the box or just missing pit road altogether. So it's going to be very important, especially for these teams going in together, that they figure pit road out as soon as possible, because that's going to play a crucial role later in the race. That is your keys to the race, presented by Fearless Broadcasting. Well, we're under caution here. If you're just now joining us, this is caution flag number 1. We are on lap 3 or 4. Caution flag came out before lap 1 even was completed. We're racking up. Pace car coming to pit road, and we're about to go green again. Green flag in the air. Good gap for Mark Sikosi back there. He's got to be careful. That's a little bit too big of a gap, Mike.
Looks like we're 3 wide back here as well. Mid-pack.
Oh, very close quarters. Steven Anderson almost getting turned by the 48 of Lucas Crump. But it looks like they're going to get it sorted out. Single file for most of the top, I'd say top third of the field. Lucas Crump is the first side-by-side action back there in the 15th position, sporting that Lowe's Jimmy Johnson paint. Whoa, English gets the apron.
Starting to split off into 2 lanes here. They're building it up, especially on the outside here. Well, now they're on the inside. But they're building them up here. Getting that draft.
Just doesn't seem like this outside lane has the momentum anymore. We saw a lot of momentum on the outside lane early in the race. Starting this lane from scratch is appearing to be a little bit more difficult than it was at the beginning of the race. Well, that's Logan Simmons in the 92. He's shown a lot of speed in both races he was in the past 2 weeks. Unfortunately taken out early in both of them. Let's see what he brought to the table today. That's Jay Young in the 69 behind him. And then, of course, Lucas Crump in the 48 still running side by side with Angel Rodriguez. That 18. Rodriguez, another car with a lot of speed early in his duel, number 2.
Looks like Partridge has closed the gap.
He has. Partridge has closed all the way to the back bumper of Sikosi. But it looks like this front pack is running single file. They have split into 2 packs for the time being. Let's see. Jason Crumley in that number 28 is attempting to catch Robert Wiggins, the rear end of the first pack. Travis Manning is the head of pack number 2, who is still a little bit side by side. If they're going to keep track with this main pack, they need to get their drivers in a single file order sooner rather than later.
It's really going to depend on which group gets their pack together here and lined up, you know.
And it looks like Crumley is going to lose the draft at the first pack. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of positions now. So it looks like for the most part, that second pack is starting to behave for the most part. See Essery going up high for a second. Just me, or does it look like this second pack has a lot of drivers who want to be aggressive, but they just keep ducking back in line last second? We see a lot of moving
does seem
around.
that way.
Oh, Ray Hutton down to the apron. They're crashing now. Logan Simmons gets turned, and it's a
He
big
goes
crash
back
back
up to
in
the
the
track.
track.
That's a lot of damage there.
Still
rolling.
flipping. Man. And unfortunately, Logan Simmons will be out of the race, just taken out early once again. That's gotta suck. 3 races on the season, and all 3 taken out before the quarter of the way through. I'm not even sure what happened. We saw Jerry Ray Hutton get put to the apron, and then they just started crashing right after. We got the still looking for the replay right now. Here we go. Alright. You're looking at that 50 car. Jared Ray Hutton. Logan Simmons is right behind him. Looks like the 09 checked up a little bit. Kind of bunched everybody together. Oh, bad push. The 92 checked up and just got turned. It's just on from there.
A lot of damage on that 92 for sure. And the 94.
I want to ride along with that 94 to see what that caution looks like, because that was crazy. All right, riding along with the number 94. Let's see. There's where Hutton gets turned, or Simmons gets turned. Oh, he looks like he just got hit from behind. Man. Definitely not what he wanted his day to end up looking like. But surprisingly, though, he still is not meatballed, so he is still in this event. Somehow, I don't know how. So let's see if we can pull him into the booth. Where is he? Well, it doesn't look like he is available for comment today either, unfortunately.
As these guys take it down pit road here. There's quite a few of them down there this time.
Man, look at how much damage he has. So Mark Sikosi still your race leader. Ray Partridge, John Bittler, Chris Norris, and Blaine Sutton. We made it a little bit longer this time. It was shaping up to be a pretty entertaining green flag run. But unfortunately, let's see who we should interview. Merle Smith is in the chat. Well, let's see if we can pull that number 2 into the broadcast booth. If y'all remember, he was involved in the first caution flag of the day. Hey, Merle, this is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, disappointing start to today's race. I know you were involved in that first caution. Just talk us through what happened.
I pushed up a little bit, lifted, and then just the car behind me just tapped me a little bit and sent me around.
I know
Nothing,
you've had
nothing too
trouble.
major.
I know you've had trouble the entire speed weeks. Is this something you think you'll be able to work back from, or?
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm back on track, fully repaired, so I got plenty of time.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to bring another fast car to next week and look for redemption. But
Yep.
I hope to
That's
see
the
you
plan.
back up in the front. But good luck out there.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely not what that number 2 of Merle Smith was looking for coming into this race. We had this same discussion in the second heat, just taken out in the opening laps. Hasn't had a lot of practice in race traffic on that machine. So hopefully he will be able to come back next week. Looks like Logan Simmons is out of the race. A few drivers who are running a lap or two down. Dylan Lansdale, Dawson Kent, and Robert Howard all have damage and are lapped. So this field already starting to get a little bit smaller.
Still our leader here for tonight of Sakosi. You got Partridge in number 2, Bittler, Norris, and Sutton to round out your top 5 here.
Looks like Robert Howard coming back into pit road with the pace car. Alrighty, boys. Green flag is back out in the air. It's Sakosi getting a good jump. Not as good as last time, though. Partridge, Bittler, Norris. And they're already starting that double file action back there in the back of the pack. Oh, they're already crashing as well.
I reckon.
Big crash in the back among the wrecked drivers. I think there was a little bit of a checkup back there. Not sure what happened exactly. Oh, but that is the end of the day for the 27 of Dawson Kent. Unfortunately.
Big damage on that 27 for sure.
Well, let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, big checkup right there. Yeah.
Oh. Huge hit with the 27 and 79 there.
Who is that? I don't know. Somebody gets into the back of Merle Smith slightly. Has to check up pretty drastically. The 79 just maybe a little bit too aggressive. Decided to try to get a few spots. Goes up to the outside. And that black and green car just doesn't realize he's up there. That will bring out the caution flag once again. Ooh, big hit for that 24 of Dylan Lansdale. Definitely not what he was looking for. Just got hit from the side. Blad Lawrence with heavy damage. 27, as we said, is out of the race. That's Dawson Kent. Oh, look at the 18. Almost squeezing through. Very minimal damage on that machine. At least to begin with. But that will bring out the caution flag once again. Here at Daytona International Speedway, third caution flag of the day. There are several people in the back with black flags. I assume from going through a portion of pit road while avoiding a yellow. It's been a very entertaining race so far, has it not, Mike?
Absolutely. Your top five have all seem to be in the same spot throughout the majority of this race so far.
Yeah, the top half of the field has been pretty patient, willing to get settled into single file action. It's just those drivers in the back of the pack a little bit too aggressive. They're lacking, and they lack key one to this race, which is situational awareness.
Absolutely. You definitely want to be listening to what your spotter's saying here, and if you have a spotter with you, definitely hear what's going on and watch the field in front of you. This track is very bumpy.
It does look like the lights on the pace car just turned off, so we will be going green next time by. Well, Merle Smith has already moved up one position. He's now up to 29th with Logan Simmons being out of the race for a while. Dawson Kent is also out of the race, so that will be another position for that number 2 car if he can keep it on the track for long enough. As the pace car leading them through turns 3 and 4. Mark Sikosi in the race lead. It's Ray Partridge in second. John Bittler in third. Chris Norris fourth. And Blaine Sutton is rounding out your top 5. Pace car to pit road. Green flag in the air over that number 8 machine on lap 18 of 100. They've got a long way to go in this thing. I bet these crew chiefs are telling these drivers, we got to settle down a little bit. We want to get through this thing in a timely manner. As good single file action up front. Oh, Rodriguez off track a little bit. Oh, heavy damage to that number 18. No caution out. Not sure if that is from the previous caution or if there was an incident just now. Good side-by-side action back here. This is Jay Young on the inside of Lucas Crump, trying to hold his own. He's got no help whatsoever. Oh, here comes Crump now down to the bottom, trying to get around the driver in front of him. As now they're starting to go double wide in front of them.
He's gonna make the pass.
Crump will make the pass on Anderson just in front of him. It's double file. Look at that number 15 go. That is Brian Wiggins, one of the fastest drivers in the speed weeks, the past 2 weeks. He's going to make his way up to the 6th position. Ray Hutton went from the bottom to the top, almost lost control of it. Good save by that number 50. Good side-by-side action here. It's Crump on the bottom. He's got a push from Anderson, as well as Lyle Mitchell. I don't think 3 drivers are enough, but they're working their way currently around. Who is that on the outside? I believe that's Blaine Sutton in the 77. As Mitchell to the outside. Well, some hard pushing going on. It looks like we split into multiple packs again. Top 4 have pulled away from everybody else while they were going double wide. And now Justin Cope, Brian Wiggins, and Robert Wiggins are all trying to get single file to catch back up to the front pack. Tony Kurdziel being very aggressive on those pushes right now, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like that second pack is starting to link up pretty good. It looks like they're starting to knock times down here and catch back up to that first group.
Looks like the troublemakers of the third pack back there have been broken up pretty well. Blaine Sutton is in that 77, and as well as Steven Anderson back there in the 09. Those are the last 2 drivers in this pack. Jay Young has lost the draft. He's drafting with DJ Underwood. Chris Essery, Jason Crumley, Colton English are all drafting together. That's going to be a pack of 5. Dakota Cole out here all by himself. Jason Korn by himself. I think, well, Joshua Slade is back there, but Joshua Slade with a lot of damage. He's drafting with the 79, who is, or that is the 79. He's drafting with the 94 of Nicholas Presley, who we saw barrel rolling under one of the previous cautions. I'm very, very surprised to see that 94 is still this fast and drivable.
Absolutely.
We got 6 drivers on pit road. 2 of them are meatballs. Brad Lawrence is still on track with missing his front bumper. A lot of mayhem early in this race has taken out some could-be contenders, but Sikosti's still up here. Partridge and Bittler. Norris has kind of lost this front pack. Second pack is coming up on him. This second pack is about to catch up with this front pack, and they're going to have a little bit more momentum. The question is, are they going to go for the lead or just sit tight in line?
You may see them even start building that second line here.
Keep an eye on that 59 of Justin Cope. Oh, there's Robert Wiggins going to the outside. Kurdziel stays loyal to the inside. Norris pokes out for a second. Looks like they're going to stay single file for the most part. Kind of surprised. Blaine Sutton has lost that front pack, but we do have a third pack formed now. I guess technically this would be the second pack now since the front 2 linked up. But Jay Young is leading it. And it looks like there's 6 cars here. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on it, but I don't see that pack catching this front pack. Oh, Brad Lawrence disqualified. I'm not sure if that's because of incident points or because of something else. But the number 5 is out of the race. Interesting development. Has a little bit of side-by-side action here. That's Lucas Crump going to the outside. He's going to have a push from Lyle Mitchell in that number 3. Robert Wiggins trying his best not to lose the pack. Oh, they're side-by-side up front as well. Bittler to the outside. He's got Norris behind him. Cope, Wiggins, and Kurziel all going to the bottom. So we got an outside lane forming up. We got Bittler and Cope as well as... No, that's Bittler and Norris, as well as Crump and Mitchell. And Jared Ray Hutton. Alrighty, side by side. Coming up to the second position, Bittler trying to get a good enough run. Sikosi still stuck on that bottom lane, being pushed by the number 1 of Ray Partridge. As they work around. Working lap 26.
The bottom lane's getting spread out here.
You gotta be careful as you see the lap cars going down below the yellow line to not cause an incident. Oh, Sikosi goes up the block. Bittler goes down. They're wrecking up front. Big crash.
48's on his side.
Oh, that's gotta suck. Running upside down, the 48. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that thing still looks like it could be drivable, but you can see his frustration still full throttle. Ray Partridge looks like he has a meatball, so he will be out of the event. Lucas Crump is also out of the event. What happened up front? Bittler does an extremely aggressive move to take the race lead, and everything just goes sideways behind him. So see, Sikosi goes up to block. Bittler goes down to block. Looks like Crump gives a bad bump to Norris. That's what caused the caution.
Huge hit.
Crump just pushed up on his side. Robert Wiggins and Lyle Mitchell both involved. Look at the 94 just squeaking past there. Man, that's gotta suck for these front drivers. Just one bad push. It wasn't even in a bad spot. The car just didn't take it. Got to be very careful pushing in the corners at a track like this. It works until it doesn't.
And your top 5 has changed now. You got in first the number 8, Sikosi. The second place is the 59 of Cope. Number 3rd was the 15th of Wiggins. 4th was 13th of Kurdizel. Sorry if I said that wrong. And 5th was Hutton, and they're going down pit road now, so this is liable to change.
It looks like pit road. We're going down pit road, topping up on fuel. Sucks to see all these meatball flags on the live timing screen. 5 drivers out of the race. Oh, Ray Hutton got out early. I wonder if he took fuel only. I know on the modern day Daytona, tires aren't usually a topic, but at this track, you see the bumps, especially with how aggressive some of these drivers are driving. There's going to be significant tire wear if you're not taking care of your tires.
This is our first lead change for the night here.
We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that number 50 of Hutton to see how this no-tire strategy is going to play out. This could be important for later in the race. Looks like Lansdale and I think that's Joshua Slade stayed out to get a wave around. So that will put both of those drivers. Now that will put Joshua Slade on the lead lap. Dylan Lansdale multiple laps down at this point. How about that number 2? A lot of adversity early in the race. But he's just put his head down to battle back. He's already up to 23rd. And he has at least 3 more spots ahead of him. Looks like Nicholas Pressey is coming off pit road right now. Joshua Slade did come into pit road, unfortunately, so he will lose his wave around. Robert Wiggins still on pit road repairing damage. This field has gotten a lot smaller today.
Lots of hard racing on a very bumpy track here, especially needing draft.
A lot of aggressive pushing coming out of a lot of drivers. A little bit early in the race for some of this, but it's okay. Makes for exciting racing. If you're just now tuning in, this is the NSR Daytona 500. We are under our 4th caution flag of the day. It's been a very exciting race. Mark Sikosi has led most of the event. There wasn't even really that much racing up front until the previous caution. Lucas Crump giving a bad bump out to the driver in front of him just set off a chain of events that ended up taking 2 more drivers out of the race for good. But Hutton up here with the race lead now after some pit strategy, taking a no-tire pit stop. Definitely going to be interesting to see how this no-tire strategy is going to play out. As we have Sikosi and Cope. Right behind him is a pace car coming to pit road, boys. Oh, they're already looking to get side by side back there. It's a little bit early for that. And, oh, they're, oh boy. It's all over the place. Who is that stopped on the track there? Well, that sucks.
Looks like the 33 at Cole.
Well, I'm not sure what happened. You could tell something was going on back there in the back of the pack. First thing we saw was Steven Anderson thinking about taking it side by side. Thought better of it, got back in line, but the next time we looked, it was all chaos. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't Steven Anderson. That was the 45 of Colton English that tried to take it side by side. And when he decided to go to the inside of the 09, the 33 Dakota Cole checked up. The number 2 of Merle Smith had no idea what was going on, so he kind of got into the back of the number 33. And it's just on from there. Oh, that's Douglas Macedo, who was spun in the tri-oval. Just huge checks up, a huge checkup. Macedo just gets punted by Rodriguez and Lansdale. 94, lots of damage once again. And Macedo just sits on the track. It's just not much that those drivers back there could have done. Definitely unfortunate for a lot of drivers. Well, it does look like Jared Ray Hutton is still in the race lead. So we are under caution once again. Let's see if we can pull him up into the booth. Looks like he is not available. Who do you think we should pull into the booth for a quick interview?
Let's bring in Wiggins. He's been in top 5 almost all night here. We're pretty close.
Alright, Brian Wiggins coming up in the booth. There we go. Hey, Brian Wiggins. This is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Pretty good. It's been an exciting race so far. You've been up
That's
front
one way of
for
putting
most of the event.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hang in here, man, and avoid all the chaos. Not really trying to do anything crazy yet. Just kind of following the cars in front of me. You know what I mean?
I know you have a fast car. We saw it in Speed Weeks the past 2 weeks. You think you'll be able to get around some of these drivers in front of you later in the event, or?
Yeah, much later. Definitely gonna try and improve upon my position. But for right now, I'm just riding, man.
From what you can tell, does that seem to be the mindset of the guys around you, or is it just everybody free for all at the moment?
No, yeah, it seems like this first top 10 or so, top 6 to 10 cars, seems like we're all just riding a little bit.
We did see a little bit of strategy. Just had a quick question about the tires. How bad is the tire wear on the track today?
I was really kind of worried about that, but I went in and changed the set, and no worries at all now. It was like 97, 98.
Well, definitely gonna be nice to know for later in the race. Well, I'll let you get back at it. Good luck out there.
All right, thanks, man. What'd you say? What to eat? No, I don't.
There we go. Alright, that was Brian Wiggins in the number 15, currently sitting in the 4th position. Well, that kind of answers our questions about Jared DeRay Hunting's strategy. Apparently, he took the gamble, and it was worth it.
He might not have needed the tires just yet.
It's going to be interesting to see the lap count once we go back to green, but we have a long ways to go in this event. So if we can settle down and get a bit more green flag racing under our belts. A lot of the cautions have come on the restarts, just people getting too aggressive or checkups happening. Oh, Angel Hernandez down off the track for a second. Not sure what that was about. And it looks like our caution is extended. So something happened back here in the back of the pack. Couldn't quite catch what it was. But a few people with black flags. Looks like Merle Smith towed. Alright. Is this it? No, that was the previous caution. Oh, this is what happened coming to the green flag. Lansdale and Merle Smith. Looks like Rodriguez turned the number 2. Just yet another checkup. Man, these drivers in the back need to figure something out because they can't keep wrecking every single time we try to go back to green. Merle Smith takes it to pit road.
get these guys lined back up again here.
Can't tell if the lights on the pace car are on or off. Oh. There he goes. Pace car to pit road once again. Let's see if we can try this again. Green flag out in the air. It's Hutton, Sikosi, Cope, and Wiggins, your top four. They're moving around a little bit there in the back of the pack. Hopefully we can keep it green. We're on lap 35 of 100. Sikosi has a lot of speed in that number 8. As he pulls to the back bumper of the 50 of Justin Cope. Or Jared Hutton, I should say. But look at the gap the top 3 have put on the rest of the pack already. All 3 drivers down to the yellow line. As they work through the tribal, we made it a green flag lap. Jason Corns coming in to serve a penalty, as well as Angel Rodriguez. Definitely unfortunate for both of those drivers. A little bit of side-by-side action back here in the near the back of the pack. Lyle Mitchell, one of those drivers on the outside. He's behind the 28 of Jason Crumley. They are to the outside of Colton English. English gets a bump on the inside, moves up the track. Thankfully avoids getting into the number 3 car. And they will get it all sorted out. Only the top 12 drivers, top 13 drivers in this race are part of the main pack. Everybody else has either lost the pack, is laps down, or has left the event. Look at this front pack though, all single file. Just trying to take the laps down. And it looks like they have pulled away from Steven Anderson, who is the head of these 3 drivers. So that will be the start of the second pack, I guess. Side-by-side action by the 28 and the 3 will end up taking them out of the main pack. As Jared Ray Hutton leading them down the backstretch, catching up to a lap machine. That's the 17 of Corn. Oh, he's running them a little bit tight. That could have been a major incident. Thankfully, everybody gets through that.
Top 8 guys right here, back to back, keeping the draft. They don't want to lose the pack here.
Chris Estery better get in that draft and catch back up to the back bumper. He's in danger of losing it. Well, something happened to Anderson. He was leading this second pack, but he is no longer even in the second pack. Looks like Crumley and Mitchell trying to tandem draft and catch this front pack, but losing a lot of time in the process. You know, one driver in this front pack that we have not mentioned all race long is that number 14 of DJ Underwood. He's been up in the top 10 for most of this event. Just very quietly sitting there. currently running in the 6th position. I would definitely keep an eye on him as this race continues. So we're working lap number 40, make that 41. And it looks like this front pack is just a little bit faster than some of these drivers. It's now the top 5 pulling away. DJ Underwood didn't really get side by side with anybody. He's just starting to lose touch with the main pack. I think this is just the downside of having open setups. Just not everybody has the speed.
And that could very well be it.
See, Blaine Sutton has also lost touch. Jay Young. As DJ Underwood get working around Angel Rodriguez, lap machine. It's Hunt and Sikosi, Cope, Wiggins, and Kurtzil, your top 5. Oh, we got a little bit of an incident further in the back. Jason Korn around in the grass. And we have a caution. Not sure what the caution was for, but Sikosi took the lead. I have no idea what the caution was for. We saw Korn around and in the grass, but he was off of the racing surface when the caution flag flew, so it was for somebody else. Well, this is going to bunch everybody back up together. See a little bit of smoke there in turn 3. Oh, there we go. There is the
Thumbs
Justin
down.
Cope incident, Jason Korn incident. Oh, there's what brought the caution out. See if we can rewind it a little bit now that we found it. Alright, who is that? That is Robert Howard on the outside. I believe that's Chris Norris on the inside. Watch this 11 machine. Norris is not as low down as he probably could be, but the 11 just, I guess, doesn't realize he's there and comes down and turns himself. That was a good save. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that save's definitely going to keep him on the track.
That incident could have been much, much worse. Still not entirely sure why that brought a caution flag out. But we are under the 6th caution flag of the day as we are approaching halfway through this event. We've seen a little bit of everything here at Daytona. Sikosi did take the lead back. Let's watch that pass for the lead. We were a little bit distracted. A lot of things happened all right together. We saw Korn crash. Sikosi took the lead away from Hutton, and then the yellow flag came out for the Howard incident. But watch that number 8 of Sikosi, right behind the 50 of Jared Ray Hutton. He's going to get a push from Justin Cope here. That was a clean move. Cope and Sikosi, just very good communication, very good teamwork there. And Sikosi going to take the race lead right as the caution flag comes out. Here at Daytona. So that number 8 will be back up front. Once again, your pole sitter has done a very good job, and he has led a lot of the race today.
Yeah, I believe he's led the majority of laps tonight.
29 of the 43 laps have been led by Sikosi. Jared Ray Hutton has led 14 of them. So 2 drivers have led the entire race so far today. Let's show a short race recap real quick just to see what we have had. There have been 45 laps of the 100 ran. Mark Sikosi is your current race leader. We've had 6 caution flags for 19 laps. I mean, it could be worse, but that is a lot of cautions. About a third of the race has been under caution, so hopefully we can get a little bit more green flag racing in. But that was a good green flag run before that last caution came out. The weather here today, we've got 73-degree weather, so very hot and slick track out there today. Winds are 4 miles an hour out of the northeast. Partly cloudy, so a lot of sun hitting that racetrack, just increasing the track temps even more, and the humidity is running at 46%. As you see the wind kicking up a little bit. Mark Sikosi, your race leader. It's Jared Ray Hutton, Justin Cope, Brian Wiggins, Tony Kurtziel, and DJ Underwood, your top 6. As they're all lined up, single file on the outside lane. Pace car leading them into the tri-oval. He will make the dive down to pit road. Green flag back out in the air. Good jump again by that number 8 of Mark Sikosi. Very clean single file start, and they're starting to get double wide back there in the back of the pack. Hopefully they can keep it on the track this time. Pretty big gap between Wiggins and Cope. Cope trying to chase down Jared Ray Hutton. So a little bit spread out for the moment here at the front of the pack. A little bit of side-by-side action back here. 94 of Nicholas Pressey is still in this event. He is currently running in the 16th position on the lead lap. How about that for a comeback story? Definitely not what we were expecting after we...
Upside down.
Definitely not what we were expecting after his barrel roll at the beginning. You can see probably still a little bit of damage to that machine. It just doesn't have the speed that some of these other cars have. But hey, it's still on the track. It's still gaining spots. As Hutton will lose a spot to Justin Cope. So we saw this duo in the first duel. Sikosi and Cope pretty much dominated their duel, all except for the last part of the event, which led to John Bittler taking the checkered flag. Bittler in this event is out of the race. But as they work their way down the backstretch, those two drivers Controlling the field once again, it's Cope behind them. Then he got Brian Wiggins, Tony Kurtzeal, DJ Underwood, Blaine Sutton, Jason Crumley. As Hutton moving around a little bit. Looks like Wiggins had to check up just slightly. It's this top 7 making laps, working lap number 49 now of 100.
The second pack needs to group up if they want a chance to catch up with the first pack here.
The second pack just doesn't seem quite as fast. Who is the leader? That's Jason Crumley out front. He's got Lyle Mitchell, Jay Young, and Colton English behind him, as well as a few others. They're not nearly tightened up as tightly as the front pack was. But they are looking a little bit sharper now, so we're going to have to keep an eye on these times. There's Robert Wiggins out of line there. I believe that's Wiggins. Yes, that is Robert Wiggins. Robert Wiggins is currently, I think he's 3 laps down, running with this second pack. Sakosi and Cope still dominating the way as we are now officially halfway through this event. Hopefully the second half will be a little bit more green flag racing. Let's see, we don't know exactly the fuel window, but we did see them come in around lap 30. So I assume where most of these drivers did not pit last caution that we should see a bit of pit stops in the next 15 laps or so. If we go green for that long.
This first pack here just stays very organized.
Well, we're starting to see what we saw in the last green flag run. The longer we go, just the better the top 5 are than those other 2 drivers, Underwood and Sutton. They just keep pulling away. Underwood just doesn't have the speed to keep up in the pack for a long, long run. Working lap number 53 now. That second pack does not seem to be getting any closer.
And you see some side-by-side back there as well.
Well, that's definitely playing a factor. Robert Wiggins. I'm sure these drivers are getting a little bit upset with Robert Wiggins. Wiggins isn't even battling for position right now. He's just running side by side for the fun of it. Of course, he is teammates with the race leader, so maybe a little bit of team play going on right there. We did see that 26, a little bit of aggressiveness in duel number 2 last week. DJ Underwood seems to have caught the draft once again, so hopefully he'll be able to keep up for a little bit longer. as Sikosi is catching a lap machine. I'm not entirely sure. There's two of them. So two drivers tandem drafting right here. That's one of those is the 94. I'm so surprised to see this driver still on the track like this. Joshua Slade and Nicholas Pressey going another lap down. Well, that will put them both one lap down. Pressey is your lucky dog.
It looks like they've kind of changed lines up here. Looking more to the middle now.
I have no idea what they're doing. It's like go down to the bottom as soon as you say that. Man, they must be watching the broadcast, trying to prove us wrong. Top 5 all single file during that whole whatever it was. They did lose DJ Underwood and Blaine Sutton. Oh, we have a caution on the track. Let's see, Robert Howard got an incident point. Oh, multiple drivers. Oh, big damage for Merle Smith.
2.
What the hell happened back here? Robert Howard again in another incident. Macedo and Smith both have to tow. Oh, they were, for some reason, 3 wide. Macedo and Smith get together. Norris and Howard get together. Macedo comes down. He goes back up. Then he comes down and tags Smith. They do involve
Huge hit.
Jason Korn. Oh, man. That was something. Man, there was so many close calls before they finally went around. That was crazy. Let's see if we can ride along with the number 11. So that was the first almost incident. That was the second and third almost incidents. See, Norris gets around the 11 right here. Right there. The number 2 just gets turned into the outside. Macedo goes for a flip. Definitely unfortunate for Howard, as he literally had nowhere to go. Although he does get a very good view of the underbody of Douglas Macedo here. And Macedo will go for a tumble. That will bring out caution flag, I believe, number 7. Yes, caution flag number 7. We are a little over halfway through this event. While we were reviewing replay footage, the entire lead lap field came down pit road. So these drivers are all topped up on fuel. The question is, when will they have to pit again? Because I know this is a little bit early for the fuel window.
Some of these guys may be banking on another caution coming out.
I mean, with the way this event has gone, it wouldn't be a bad gamble at all.
Because being halfway over this race here, we should start to see some strategies come in. And I think the main strategy would be is to be able to stay on track.
How about Mark Sikosi losing 3 spots in that caution, in that during that pit stop cycle? Jared Ray Hutton back to the race lead. That number 50 has got these pit stops figured out, Mike.
Yeah, and that puts him leading this restart here with Wiggins behind him, Hope, and puts Sikosi in fourth right here.
You gotta wonder, this is the furthest back that Sikosi has been all race. Will that car handle any different, or is it still going to be that rocket ship that's taken him to the race lead so many times prior? Tony Kurdziel is going to be 5th place. DJ Underwood still holding strong in 16th. That 14 has been very impressive so far in the race today. Now, a lot of drivers have been taken out of this event. Only 14 drivers of the 31 who started this race are left on the lead lap. Joshua Slade looks like he's the first one lap down. Just a lot of the field has been involved in so many incidents. Merle Smith still holding tough in that 23rd position on pit road, trying to repair damage though. As we work our way towards the tri-oval, pace car leading Jared Ray Hutton. And there he goes down to pit road. Green flag back in the air over Jared Ray Hutton and Brian Wiggins. Wiggins up to 2nd. Good run by that number 15. As they pour single file, they're spinning, they're wrecking. Norris and 94 both around. Norris stuck in the grass. Where's the 94? Heavy damage to the 94 machine of Nicholas Pressey. He is back running. But thankfully no caution flag will come out as Brian Wiggins wants the race lead. To the outside, but he has no help. Cope stays down to the bottom with Hutton. Here's Kurdziel. Oh, now they go to the outside. Cope, Sikosi now up to the outside to push their teammate Brian Wiggins. Here's Kurdziel now down to the bottom, giving that number 50 of Hutton a push, but it's no use. Brian Wiggins to the race lead for the first time today, your 3rd different leader of this event. As we work lap number 61 of 100. You can see the aggression level starting to pick up a little bit up here at the front. As nobody letting Hutton into the outside lane, as now a few drivers coming in to help him. Oh no, they thought about helping him, went back up to the outside. That's the 69 of Jay Young. Cope's got a push from the 45, but that's a big gap. He's probably just going to keep losing spots if he can't get up to the outside lane quickly. And just like that, Ray Hutton goes from the race lead to in danger of losing that front pack. They're still running side by side, and now Hutton will clear that outside lane in that 5th position.
This will be our 3rd lead change here. in second. Sikosi in third now.
Brian Wiggins, your race leader. This will be his third lap led, excuse me. And that number 15 machine's looking pretty fast up there at the front of the pack, Mike. I'll have to see if he can hold on to it. As they work down the backstretch. I do like how big this front pack is at the moment. Hopefully they'll be able to stay all together this time. As DJ Underwood back to the 9th position now. Lost a little bit of ground on that restart. Hopefully he'll be able to keep touch with the main pack this time. As the 77 of Blaine Sutton has already lost the draft. If you're just now tuning in, this is Fearless Broadcasting. We're here at Daytona International Speedway for the NSR Gen 4 Cup Series. Daytona 500. It was a 100 lap event coming into this thing. We are on lap 64. There's been a few cautions, but it's been a fun thing to watch as Cope looks to the inside of Wiggins for the race lead. Wiggins has it. Cope wants it, and he's going to have all the help. Sikosi, Kurtzil, Sutton, all down to the bottom. And Wiggins is going to lose a lot of spots now. Dives down to the bottom lane in front of the 45 of Colton English before he can lose too many more spots in potentially the draft. And Justin Cope, your race leader for the first time today. I believe that's your 4th race leader of the day.
Cars are starting to spread out some here.
You see that 50 keeping a little bit of a gap between himself and Kurtzil. The question is he trying to build a run to go to the outside? Definitely keeping his options open here.
And if he goes outside, is anybody going to go with him? Because if you go there by yourself and you've seen it all race long, you'll just drop back.
I mean, we've got 34 laps to go, so we do got a bit of a ways to go. But at the same time, you've got to set yourself up for this last pit stop. These drivers will need to pit at least one more time before this race is over. Looks like Hutton gonna stay in line for now. I'm not sure what team Jay Young is on in that number 69. This is definitely the highest he's been for most of the race. Currently running in the 5th position. He's got Brian Wiggins behind him. Behind Wiggins, you got Colton English, and they're already lost. Dakota Cole, DJ Underwood, and Chris Essery as lap car going outside. Wiggins is looking a little bit antsy right there. Probably a little bit upset about losing the lead to a teammate like that. So he will hang back looking for a run. Justin Cope still your race leader. It's Sikosi in 2nd. Those two have been pushing each other all race long, although to be fair, for the most of the event, it was Cope pushing Sikosi. But we saw these two dominate their duel last week, so not a huge surprise to see them up at the front of the pack. What is a little bit of a surprise is to see that number 69, just not a name we have seen much the past couple weeks. That J. Young machine, neither that 45 of Colton English. English has been involved in some incidents today. As you see, Hutton goes to the outside. Yes, he's got help. The question is that help gonna make it? As here comes Colton English now to the outside. It's Hutton and Wiggins on the outside. Jay Young losing a little bit of ground. English ducks it back down to the bottom. I just don't see these drivers getting a good enough run to make up too many spots. They're starting to lose the front. Bottom lane surging ahead. And Hutton gonna dive down to the bottom with Wiggins. So move Jay Young up to 4th, Colton English up to the 5th place position. Hutton will fall back to 6th, Wiggins to 7th. Oh, so Kelsey looking for the lead. Looks like it's going to get back in line. It did look like Kelsey was looking for the lead. And I don't know if you saw it or not, but it looked like Erdzeel was going to go with him. If I'm Justin Cope, that's going to make me a little bit nervous. So we have 30 laps to go. So they work their way through 3 and 4 once again. Wiggins looking a little bit impatient, trying to find a way to the front of the pack. Oh, English got a little bit loose there. Exiting the trial. A little bit of smoke here in turn number 1. No caution came out. Oh, don't see any incidents popping up. Is this race continuing to draw to a close?
Stretch here.
Oh, here's Cope. Or Hutton, I should say. Oh, clean pass on that number 45 of Colton English. The 50 of Jared Ray Hutton set that pass up perfectly, did he not?
Absolutely.
Through the trival again. We only have 27 laps to go and 1 pit stop left. So they are catching the lap machine. I believe that is Jason Korn, who has had a rough day today. Oh, looks like Dakota Cole lost the pack. Not sure what happened to make him lose so much ground. You know what? We got 27 laps to go. Let's see if we can ride along with somebody. Let's ride along with that number 45 of Colton English. So he's riding in the pack back there in that number 6th position.
And you can really see how bumpy the track is right here.
It's got to be brutal on these drivers trying to keep the steering wheel straight through all those bumps.
Definitely makes it easy for bad bumps like that as well, which is might be what we've seen a lot tonight.
Yeah, you can see just how much he has to move the steering wheel just to keep it from spinning out in the corners. Now, if you think about it and actually watch the inboards, it gives you nothing but respect for these drivers who have been able to keep it straight in how aggressive of racing we've had so far.
Oh, for sure. It takes a lot of talent to get in here and drive these cars like this.
As DJ Underwood and Chris Essery coming into pit road, Underwood with a speeding penalty, I do believe. That is the first of the drivers coming to pit road. We'll have to wait and see when this front pack's going to come in. Looks like lap car on the bottom. Everybody scattering to avoid. Getting back in line. Looking back on Brian Wiggins back there in the number 15. Seeing a lot of his front bumper right now. Well, I know one person who's probably trying to relax a little bit before things get hectic here at the end, and that's Justin Cope, your race leader. Only thing he's really got to worry about is watching that rear view mirror and not hitting lap traffic. With Sikosi behind him, I'm sure he's not as nervous as if it was somebody else. But you know, in the last 5 laps of a race or so, it's more of a free-for-all than it is a teammate battle, you know?
Most definitely. Everybody's going to want that win at that point for sure.
I mean, with how much preparation they have put into this race, this is the 3rd week that we have participated in events here at Daytona International Speedway. This is the big event, but they've had a lot of time to work on their setups, trying to get them just right for this event. Right now, that Sikosi team looking pretty sharp out there.
And we've seen these guys already try that top lane a couple of times, so I definitely think we'll see that near the end of this race as well.
Sun is starting to get a little bit lower in the sky. I don't believe there are lights on this track, so they will have to get this event done before it gets completely dark outside. So we are approaching 20 laps to go. Look at how tightly these drivers up at the front here are formed together. In case you didn't hear, this is the season opener, the first points-paying race of the season here at Daytona International Speedway. Be sure to join us the next couple weeks. January 31st, we will be going to Rockingham, another very bumpy track that's going to be really hard on these drivers. The week after that, we will be going to the Mexico City Oval, so that's going to be a hard race for these drivers. Sikosi all over the bumper of Cope. Still staying in line, though, as we have 20 laps to go.
Question is, when do these guys out front here decide to pit?
I wonder if somebody in this pack has taken upon themselves to save enough fuel to make it to the end. I mean, it's a lot easier to save fuel in a draft. Unfortunately, that 20 of Chris Essery is 2 laps down, but that number 20, that was his strength in dual number, or in the Budweiser shootout 2 weeks ago. Lucas Crump in that number 48 dominated pretty much all of the race. But then we went to green flag pit stops, and that 20 and his 2 other teammates just shined so bright and ran away with the race lead. Is somebody going to do that today, as we only have 18 laps to go? As they go around the heavily damaged Nicholas Pressey machine. I'm surprised that car's still out here with how much damage he's got.
Yeah, he's definitely taken some hard hits tonight.
Just needs one more spot.
He's top 7 back to back right now.
Look at how close Sikosi is getting to the back bumper without actually touching it. A lot of skill behind that car. Well, looks like we have a little bit of a hitchhiker here on the pack. Right behind Brian Wiggins, he got the number 2 of Merle Smith. He's up to 21st, so he's managed to pull a few positions after his few hard hits. So we're coming around looking for only 15 laps to go. This race quickly coming to a close. The first half of this race might have had a lot of cautions, but we've only had one so far in the second half. It's been very fun to watch this long green flag run. As Angel Rodriguez coming into the pits. Jason Korn also came into the pits a few laps ago. And like we said, DJ Underwood came into the pits but had a pit road penalty. Chris Essery came into the pits, but he is currently, looks like he is 1 lap down. Is he 1 lap down? Or is he just really far behind? I'm not sure if he's 1 lap down or not. Yeah, Chris Essery is 1 lap down. Only 11 drivers are on the lead lap. That just shows how fast this front pack is right now.
Now there's 2 lanes. 3 goes to the top and back down. And they're just going to follow along there. I think they're passing lap traffic.
That's Angel Rodriguez. A lot of damage there. Lyle Mitchell going around him. Then you've got the 33 of Dakota Cole. He is on the lead lap. And Chris Essery, who is 1 lap down. Back up here at the front. Oh, they're going side by side. Hutton decides to go to the inside of Jared Ray Hutton. Or of Jay Young, I should say. thinks better of it. They get single file again. But Merle Smith starting to lose the draft again. Man, I thought Hutton was going to go for it, but Jay Young able to pin him down enough. Hutton backs out. With 13 laps to go, here comes Hutton again. To the back bumper. Are they trying to get a good enough run to get around Tony Kurdziel here? Gotta be careful though. They're coming up on some pretty, what does it say, heavy, but there's multiple lap cars coming up in front of them. As we only have 12 laps to go here at Daytona. Oh, here they come to pit road. The whole front pack coming to pit road. Pretty clean so far. Don't see any smoke. Nobody's spinning. Sikosi leading them down pit road. Oh, Jay Young hard into the inside wall. He got spun by the 50 of Hutton. We also saw Sikosi making a pass on Cope coming in. This is going to be interesting to see the race off, though. Alright, here they go. Sikosi, Cope, Kurdziel, Wiggins, top four, all quickly coming off of pit road. Jared Ray Hutton, he's not in the draft. He's a full second behind Wiggins right now. Top, first four he came off of pit road all tightly together. Everybody else struggling in one way or another. Jay Young with a black flag, possibly for speeding after getting spun around. But how about this? The 33, oh, he's coming to pit road now. All right. I was about to say 33, maybe doing some strategy, but he will have to come to pit road. And that, guess who that will leave out front? The number 8 of Mark Sikosi, as well as Justin Cope, Tony Kurdziel, and Brian Wiggins, your top four. And Jared Ray Hutton is going to be able to catch up to their draft. So the top 5 will be able to duel it out for the race win. With only 10 laps to go. This race is drawing to a close, and the tension is only beginning to pick up for these drivers. Oh, Hutton goes to the inside of Wiggins as they work their way through lap traffic. Lap cars going to the outside. That was almost an incident. Hutton going to move up to 4th. Wiggins back down to 5th, and they will make it through the lap traffic. Wiggins almost lost the pack. Is almost about to lose the pack for a second if he can't keep that, get that car back to the bumper of Hutton. There we go. Looks like the 77 of Blaine Sutton came down pit road as well, but he will also get a penalty. Here comes Hutton looking to the outside now of the 13 of Tony Kurdziel. Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins going to take it 3 wide. 3 wide for the 3rd position. The 50 of Jared Ray Hutton going to take the spot. Wiggins is going to get stuck behind these lap cars, but he's going to make his way up to the top. How about this? That number 50 is on the move.
Yeah, with 8 laps to go, they want to get themselves in position for the win here.
Yeah, that number 50 has a hot rod today. Like you said, with only 8 laps to go, he's now close to the back bumper of Justin Cope. Nobody has been able to break up Cope and Sikosi. They've been locked in together for the entire race. Can Hutton figure out a way around him as he looks to the outside? Lap car gonna have to force him back in line. With only 7 laps to go. Top 5 still all bunched together. These drivers just sitting patiently, waiting, watching for a chance to make a move. Very disappointing for that 69 of Jay Young. He was in the top 5 in this battle before that pit road. Oh, here comes Jared Ray Hunt to the outside. But yeah, Jay Young with a black flag takes him out of contention for the race win. As Hutton will lose a spot to Kurt Zeal. Just doesn't seem like anybody has the speed to go up and challenge Sikosi and Cope up there, 1 and 2.
5 left here to go.
Hutton's going to need a little bit of help if he's going to get up there, and I just don't know if anybody up here is going to help him. See Hutton laying back. He's trying to get a run, trying to get that 13 to back off of the back bumper of Cope for a second. As he pulls up to the bumper. Oh, tries to go to the inside. Look at that block that Gerdzeel threw. When Gerdzeel drifted up the track through the tri-oval there, Hutton almost was able to make a move. Here he goes. He's got a run going to the outside, and he's got help. Wiggins goes with him. Oh, he faked it. Wiggins now back to the bottom. Top 2 starting to pull away. Hutton going to fall back to 5th now. Well, Tony Gerdzeel is going to have a run now as he pulls up to the back bumper of Cope. But he's going to just stay in line as well as Brian Wiggins. 3 laps to go. Man, can you imagine the frustration of that number 50, knowing you have a fast car, knowing you can make it past a 1 or 2 of these drivers, but knowing that none of them are going to help you to actually get to the front?
Yeah, that second line hasn't been successful at all tonight.
It's been a single groove track the entire race. So come around 2 laps to go now. Oh, Hutton gets into the back bumper of Wiggins there. Oh, they're going to pull up on some lap traffic. Tony Gerdzeel looking a little antsy. Almost looked like he was going to go to the outside for a second there. Oh, Cope's getting a gap. Is Cope going to go for it? come around through the tri-oval for the white flag. Here's Hutton. He goes to the outside of Wiggins. He's got to run. Sikosi, gap between himself and Justin Cope. It's going to be a drag race to the finish line if these two decide to go at it.
They have what it takes to get past the 8 and the 59 that have been dominant here these last few laps of this race.
Here comes Cope. Looks to the outside. Sikosi, he blocks. Cope now back to the bottom. Sikosi blocks again. Cope now all over the back bumper of Sikosi. Kurtzil backs away. Here's Cope to the outside. Sikosi not able to get up there. It's a drag race to the finish line. And Justin Cope, oh, they wreck. Justin Cope will take the checkered flag coming to the line. That was an impressive move coming out of turn 4. And Justin Cope will take the checkered flag here at Daytona after Sikosi dominates the whole thing.
Wild finish there.
What a race to the finish line. We knew that Cope was going to make a move at some point in the last 5 laps. He timed it just right and will take the checkered flag here at Daytona. Sikosi will come in second, and Tony Kurtzil will come in the 3rd position. Let's see if we can pull in a few of the top 3 here. First of all, let's pull in Tony Kurtzil in that number 13. Hey, Tony, this is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Hey, Tony, this is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Ah, there you are. Well, great race. You come in 3rd after running top 5 the entire race. Just talk us through your race today and what you're anticipating going into next week at Rockingham.
Well, I just wanted to go out there, have a good, clean race today, and it's what I accomplished. Stayed out of trouble, got a top 3 finish. I couldn't ask for any more. As far as next week goes, I'm going to be preparing all week. Kind of started a baseline setup already. Got to work on it a little more. Not sure how it'll compare. I'm not really that good at Rockingham, but I'm excited for it.
I know y'all had 3 weeks to work on the setup for this event. How did your setup today turn out, and is there anything you could have done to maybe challenge Cope and Sikosi there at the end?
I wish I had something that could have held up a little better. I really needed somebody behind me to get a good push up to the front, and I just lost it there at the end. Brian Wiggins couldn't really keep up with me there, and Jared Ray was, fighting with them. They couldn't keep up with me, but I tried our best there. I ended up actually just putting the race tape on my qualifying setup, and it held up pretty good, so I can't complain.
Well, definitely a good show out here today. 3rd place finish for the 13 of Tony Kurtzil. And, well, I guess I'll let you get going. Can't wait to see you next week. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the broadcast.
That was Tony Kurtzil in the 13. Let's see if we can holler at your 2nd place finisher of Mark Sikosi, the pole winner. A little bit of radio trouble at the moment. We're working on it. Ah, there we go. Hey, Mark, this is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Can you hear me?
I got you.
Ah, there you are. Well, you had a very, very fast car here today, led the majority of the laps, but ended up getting passed on the final corner. Talk us through your race today.
Yeah, it was a wild one, and we had quite a few cautions, more than I would have liked to see. Not sure what was going on back there. We'll take a look at it here in a little bit, but yeah, glad we started out front and kept it out front because there was a lot going on there. There was some trouble that got up there at the front there with Bittler and Ray. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, that we got lucky to not get involved in that one. Um, yeah, just track possession. I mean, it meant a lot tonight. Staying out front. Uh, hey, we nailed the pit stop, right?
Yeah.
Nothing like the shootout. We got it done there. We were sitting good. It just I just wish I would have known that. I mean, you're not looking at your relative at that point in the last lap. You're looking out your mirror and focusing on what you got to do. And I didn't know Cope didn't have help behind him. That Tony was so far back. Otherwise, I would have moved up top. I would have drifted up off of four, and I would have had a much better chance of hanging on to the lead there and getting the win. But yeah, just didn't know. Uh, didn't know until I went back and looked at the replay. It's just is what it is. That's Cope's first 500 win, so congrats to him. Yeah, we always work really well in the plate tracks together, so we had a lot of fun. I mean, I can't say the same for, a lot of the guys that got, taken out early. Hopefully, they are back next week and reset. And I mean, it's Daytona. I mean, it's going to happen. Um, yeah, all in all, good race for us.
It was a very fun race to watch from the broadcast booth. But you mentioned next week being Rockingham. How do you feel about your setup and your chances at the first short track of the season?
We usually run pretty well on the short tracks. I It's hard to say. I mean, the new Rockingham drives a little bit different from the old Rockingham. You're still kind of searching for grip, especially rear grip. I feel decent about ourselves. I mean, we really don't know until we get there, see what everybody else has. But I mean, it's probably going to be a few races into the season until maybe even halfway through until we know like what everybody's kind of has. Um, we feel decent about it with the direction we went in with it. We'll have to wait and see if it's any good.
Well, congratulations on that second place finish. I'll let you get back to your team channel and all that, but it's a very fun race to watch, and I can't wait to watch y'all next week.
Thanks. Yeah, we can't either. Can't wait for next week.
That was Mark Sikosi, second place finish. And last but not least, let's pull in the big man today, Justin Cope. Hey, Justin, this is Fearless and Mike up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, that was a great race by you.
Yeah, sort of just tried to hang with the teammates as we could. Try to stay out of all the hectic mess that was going on.
You were able to lead a few laps, but talk us through that last pit stop. I know that during the Bud shootout, that was one of the major weaknesses of your team, but you managed to improve that greatly and came away with a race win.
Yeah, coming up on that pit stop, I know everybody's trying to get slowed down to get on pit road. It's sort of hectic because you don't want to slow down too fast and cause a pile up, but at the same time, you got to get below pit third speed. So we all was sort of trying to talk it over and make sure we was each in our own lanes, and it worked out great. It just, I think I felt a couple of us got separated on the coming out of there for some reason. I don't I have to go back and look at that, but but yeah, it really paid off because once we got out, we was able to get back in our pack and take off from there. So
Talk us through that race-winning move on the last corner of the last lap.
yeah, man, it's just Daytona. The you're sort of more up to who's around you in control of your car than you are your own car for the most part. I mean, I just made my move on Sikosi. I mean, I'm sure he probably would have done the same to me. That's the only move you can make, really. And if it would have been a different scenario, I would have pushed Sikosi all the way. But being teammates, but I figured we was right there. Why not try? And it paid off.
It certainly did. Well, you come away with a victory here at Daytona. How do you feel about your chances at Rockingham Speedway next week for a 2 in a row?
I don't know, man. Rockingham's gonna be tough. It's a lot more technical than just riding around at Daytona. That's for sure. But I mean, we'll see who's got the right package for it and who can save their tires and hopefully, who knows? Maybe it will be a repeat. Fingers crossed.
Well, I'll let you get back to your team channel. Congratulations, and can't wait for next week.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, there we go. All right, Mike, it was a very fun race to watch here at Daytona. Justin Cope comes away with the race victory. Just talk us through your final closing thoughts.
Well, it's been a great race here tonight. Started off with a few cautions, but we went green pretty much for the whole rest of this, and it was exciting and it was great to watch. A lot of talent here.
For those of y'all who do not know, be sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place. We will be going to Rockingham. I hope you will be back in the booth with me next week, Mike. It's going to be a very fun.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a very fun short track race to watch. But like I said, this is Fearless for Fearless Broadcasting signing off. Good night, folks.